There is one player who could massively benefit from Xisco coming in. And I spoke a lot about him about this time last season. I think you know who I'm on about. Hello and welcome to this video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, I'd much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell when videos go live. They could and live streams happen. I'm not sure what's going on yet with live stream, either tonight or tomorrow. Not sure. I'm also not sure when this video is going up yet, so it'll be one of them. So, remember last season I did the Malik Wilkes saga, will he or won't he situation, and people calling me Punk Bridge after being a bit like Mark Goldbridge on the Frankie de Jong thing where he was
going, he's going to sign, he's not going to sign it, he's not signing it.
All that kind of stuff. But Malik Wilkes is someone who could massively benefit from Munoz coming in. I've probably said that wrong again. I apologize if it's annoying people. Hang on.
Xisco, Munoz.
There you go. And the thing I got with this, right, is that he's a manager that likes to play with wingers and play with very attacking wingers as well. And he does need to kick on now, Malik Wilkes, because it's getting to the point where last season he didn't really get much game time in terms of what's going on with the club kind of thing. And he had a pretty injury hit pre-season to Hull. He came to us. I don't think he was fully fit when he was at us coming from Hull. He had a couple of games and he kept on picking up little calf injuries now and again. He had some things that were happening off the field as well, which won't have helped the situation either. And we spent a long time trying to get Wilkes, and he's on quite a biggie contract, to be fair. He only made 24 appearances for us last season. And if you're going to play him as that winger that he is, we already have someone who's already fast. Like, if you look at when he played during Atkinson Stanley early April, he looked really good. But from that game onwards, he missed the rest of pre-season. And it's not what... rest of pre-season, sorry. He missed the rest of the season at that point. And you're thinking, you want this player to kick on properly. I do anyway. He's only 24. If you actually look at what his position where he played most of his career is, he's been a right winger, left winger, and centre forward. He's that right winger position, and when he gets going, he is fast. He's rapid. He's tricky to play against. He's good to play against as well. So it will be interesting to see what happens with Malik Wilkes going forward with Munoz. I've probably said that wrong again. I'm going to get so annoyed. Sorry, people. I think that there's a real chance for him to go forward and do really well. If you look at what style of football he plays 4-2-3-1. And there's nothing that says that he can't go on and do well here. When he was at Hull, he was called dangerous after making blistering impact by Grant McCann. And I will be interested to see what we can actually do with him. I'm hoping that we can unlock this player's real potential going forward. How we can get at a player, really run at a player, have not an injury hit season now. What annoyed me last season was the amount of injuries he had and kept on having. It was like little things like that. And I'm not a fan of players getting injured all the time. To be fair, it does my head in, especially when they just come in and we've not really seen him. But he was very, very good on little bells like we saw. But the thing is, we've seen him in little bells. We've not seen him come on and change a game, like, properly. And if he's playing a 4-2-3-1, you have him and probably Marvin Johnson or someone else on the other side, you've got a really good chance of someone getting forward, him running at defenders, taking him on and getting a cross in. I think one of the things that I did have an issue with at times is he did tend to keep the ball a little bit too long. But I also think that was a confidence issue. I think Wilkes' confidence was just shot from not playing any games and trying to be really frustrated with the injuries that he had. So I think he's a player that plays on confidence. Let's see what happens. Different manager, different strokes. Different people manage to see bet in different people's abilities. I'm excited to see what he could do under Munoz, because I think he's a player who could really shine. And we said we need players with a bit of speed. We got that in Wilkes. Windass, please don't make the comment. I also got speed. I think we got players who can come on, do really well, and start building. And 24 years old, and we've still not seen the best of him yet. His best spells were probably at Hull in that season they got promoted, and at Donny. Yeah. So let's see what happens. I can't see Wednesday wanting him to leave the club. I can see them wanting him to kick on and use him properly. I know there's a fan base that are not a fan of Wilkes and wonder why we signed him. Why didn't we just go for other options? I understand that. But while he's wearing a Wednesday shirt, we've got to support him and back him. That's how I feel. You've just got to support him and back him, see what happens. If he can turn into the player that we think he can be, he should be good. He just needs a proper full preseason and a not injury hit campaign. And if we can get that out of him, I think you see the proper potential in Malik Wilkes. And I think Xisco could pull really well with him and do really good things with him going forward. And in Championship, you want people who can run at a defender. You want them to run at defenders. You want them to be gay. You want them to use that turn of base. And if you look at what Watford plays like, they very much were on the counter attack at times. Defend it, and then sometimes if they had the break, they'd had the pacey player to go do that. We had that in Wilkes. So let's see what happens here. Could this be a turning point for a player who needs a bit of support and a little bit of a kick up the backside in one sense, just to kick his football on and arm around the shoulder? We'll see. But this could be ideal for someone like Malik Wilkes.